September the 25th, 2021. Guys, you're looking at images over Africa, Spain, and the Canary Islands. The Canary Islands are to the left center here. What you're looking at is a cloud of SO2. And now they're putting out warnings across Africa, Spain, parts of Europe about acid rain, and meteorologists have been urging people to take cover from this acid rain. That's how thick it is, and this thing could go on for a couple more months. Each day you think the lava flow is about to die down, pressure starts building, more eruptions. Another vent opened last night, and it's kind of a moving vent situation right now. That's the third one that's open. The second one was about 500 meters from the first one. This one was on the side of that flank. But again, holiday makers, I'm reading this, have been urged to take cover from acid rain by meteorologists. And if you guys noticed over the last couple of days, if you watched any of the videos from La Palma, there was a large cloud of smoke that was moving back east and southeast, just like you saw in that diagram, off the island back towards the European nations. It says acid rain caused by sulfur dioxide gas spewing from the volcano in Spain's Canary Islands will reach Europe this weekend. Remember, today's Saturday. Lava flows from the volcano that is releasing thousands of tons of sulfur dioxide gas into the atmosphere, and mixing with clouds, it will fall downwind towards France and the Mediterranean basin. Now, this is important because it's been going on over a week, but the volcano eruption emits between 7,997 and 10,665 tons of sulfur dioxide per day and may last between 1 and 3 months. Areas downwind are at a risk of acid rain, posing health issues for humans and animals by aggravating pre-existing respiratory illnesses. I hope you're listening. There's also the risk it may damage crops and contaminate drinking water. Now, this is a pretty good graphic, guys, of what we're dealing with on La Palma itself. You can see where the lava flow is here, and it's kind of in a sunken area in the center of the island. And, you know, it makes you wonder when you see that much lava. And, guys, if you haven't been watching the videos, the number of homes, and now over 200 homes have been covered, businesses, roads have been covered, and it's huge 20-foot walls. You know, there's coming in 2 stories into a building before the building collapsed. And so that much material, molten lava, which was originally rocks and other things, once it leaves the bottom or the underground under this island, comes up through the lava ports, then that much material has to be replaced, or either there's just giant empty caverns under there. So that may be why you're seeing that sunken valley in the middle. But now the north of the island to the left of this image is where the big crack is that people talk about, that section of the island falling in and causing a tsunami. Don't think that's going to happen. I just don't see it happening for 1,000 years. And most of the well-informed geologists agree with that. It's just a very slow process. You may have a little landslide here, and then 50 years later, another quake, volcano, another little landslide. But the models are so incorrect that I've seen about a tsunami, guys. It looks like a large island, but compared to what we're dealing with, the span of the Atlantic Ocean between here and the east coast of the U.S., is much too far for this to be much more than a pebble if the whole island sunk. So I don't know where that came from. I know BBC pushed it heavy, but I just don't see that happening. But they are saying that Cumbre Viejo will continue to produce similar behavior in the coming days and weeks, which means Europe may receive additional rounds of acid rain. Once the pressure in the magma chamber goes down, lava will stop flowing. We just don't know when that will happen yet. But guys, in the video, just it's at the top of this channel about the oncoming cold winter. And things are getting cooler much quicker than they usually do, even here in the South. But in videos over the last 5 or 6 years, I've talked about grand solar minimum and Maunder minimums and the Dalton minimums, these ice age and mini ice age events that have caused great migration across the planet. And I've mentioned, and I know you've heard it before, that the last minimum or mini ice age we had, they called it the summer with, the year without a summer. And it caused more migration to California from the Northeast than the California gold rush. Think about that. So, back then, people were really reliant on nature more than they were the grocery store, the gas company giving you gas, or the electrical companies and all that. So, migration was one of the things we were taught in school. You adapt, migrate, or die when you have these changes. And it's not global heating. It's not unnatural climate change. It is the natural changes and phases that this solar system, is not just our planet, but the entire solar system goes through during solar cycles, grand solar cycles, grand minimum cycles. And it's nature. There's nothing man can tax. You can't put enough carbon tax anywhere to slow down the natural process. Now, regardless of how much money some nations hope to make off this carbon tax, it will not help. And there's so many large nations that will not even participate anyway. They may say they will, but then they start building more and more stuff, and you see how that works. Thank you, Al Gore, for bringing all that confusion in. But guys, again, watch for the acid rain. Keep updated on that. Your local meteorologist all through the European coast there and in the Mediterranean basin are on top of this. So pay attention to it. But I've always said again that when they would do these ice cores, like go up and drill in the Arctic or in Canada or Alaska, and look back in time through the layers of the ice, they saw heavy volcanic ash cover and wood smoke cover, which contributed to global cooling, blocking more sunlight out. And is that what we're starting to see now? Because we have over 47 or 48 volcanoes that are active now. Yesterday, we had, Fuego down in Guatemala go off, and there's several volcanoes around the world going off. Etna, you can name them. There's more than you can count. But if you go to our website at bpearthwatch.com, the top link on the left side says volcanoes, and it goes to the group, the Volcano Discovery Group, that covers all of this. And then you see right in that area, you got, I think the first one's earthquakes, then volcanoes, and goes down to hurricanes, things like that. All the solar instruments, sun flares are tracked there with the instruments and the links. So it's time to really kind of pay attention to this. We know we have a lot going on. We saw what happened in Phoenix yesterday, and I'm kind of waiting over the weekend and maybe into Monday to see the national reaction to what happened in Phoenix. But guys, we're watching this. You watch it. Friends in Europe, be very careful with this. It's a heads up. Be safe.